Are you baffled by Thailand's cannabis laws? Welcome to Funny Thailand News. Hold on to your hats, folks, because Thailand's cannabis laws are at it again. It's like a game of ping pong, but instead of a tiny ball, it's your ability to legally light up a joint. Confused? You should be. One minute it's a free-for-all, the next it's whoa there buddy, put that spliff away. It seems like every other week there's a new headline about Thailand changing its mind on weed. Are they going to ban it, embrace it, turn it into the national flower? Stay tuned, folks, because it's anyone's guess. This back and forth might make you dizzy, but hey, at least it's entertaining, right? Before we dive deeper, hit that subscribe button, it helps us a lot. Please comment on the video, we love to engage with you guys. Doctor's orders cannabis for health, not highs. Okay, let's break down the latest twist in this saga. The Thai government, in all its wisdom, has decided that cannabis should be used for medical purposes only. Think tinctures for your aching back, not giant blunts for your next beach party. That's right, they're putting the medical back in medical marijuana. It's like they suddenly remembered that this whole thing started because they wanted to help sick people, not turn the country into one giant Bob Marley concert. Now, this doesn't mean you can stroll into a pharmacy and demand the good stuff just because you have a headache. They're talking about strict regulations and prescriptions, folks. You know, like actual medicine. Remember that? From green light to yellow light. Thailand's decriminalization experiment. To understand this latest flip-flop, we need to rewind a bit. Back in 2022, Thailand made history by becoming the first country in Southeast Asia to decriminalize cannabis. It was a bold move, like jumping out of a plane without checking if your parachute was packed by someone who actually knew what they were doing. The idea was to boost the economy and promote medical marijuana. And for a while it seemed like they were onto something. Shops selling weed popped up faster than you could say sticky icky, and tourists flocked to the land of smiles for a taste of legal bud. But as with any good experiment, there were some, shall we say, unexpected results. It turns out that when you make something legal, people tend to, actually do it. And in Thailand, that meant a lot of people, locals and tourists alike, getting very, very high. Section 4, Green Rush, Cannabis brings in the Baht. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the government's new plan, let's take a moment to appreciate the economic miracle that was Thailand's brief love affair with legal weed. We're talking serious cash, folks. The cannabis industry exploded, creating jobs, boosting tourism, and making it rain baht. Farmers who were struggling to make ends meet were suddenly sitting on fields of green gold. It was like everyone in Thailand had a friend who knew a guy who had a cousin who was making a killing selling weed. Even your grandma was probably thinking about converting her orchid garden into a cannabis farm. Well, the government is looking at implementing new regulations to ensure that the cannabis industry is sustainable and beneficial for everyone involved. Ah, so no more Wild West, huh? What kind of rules are we talking about here? We're considering stricter licensing requirements, quality control measures, and perhaps even zoning laws to manage where cannabis can be grown and sold. Sounds like things are about to get a bit more structured. But hey, if it helps the industry grow responsibly, it might not be a bad thing.
The future of cannabis in Thailand is still very promising despite the new regulations. These changes could actually help legitimize the industry and attract more serious investors.
That's a good point. What about the local community? How are they reacting to all this?
It's a mixed bag. Some people are excited about the potential for economic growth, but others are worried about the social implications and the impact on traditional lifestyles.
It's definitely a balancing act, but with the right approach, Thailand could very well become a leader in the global cannabis market.
Absolutely. The key will be finding that sweet spot where economic benefits and social responsibilities meet.
Well, folks, it looks like the story of Thai Stick is far from over. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this green journey. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to Funny Thailand News for more updates with a humorous twist.